Hey guys, thank you so much for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Please remember to subscribe. I am so happy to share with you what the power of one positive voice can do for you, can do for your students if you are a teacher, can do for your kids if you are a parent, as well as if you are just an adult, it can also help you. One positive voice. So, one positive voice, right? We said number one can shift the atmosphere. There's a thing with the calm, positive tone. I don't know what it does. It just sets the atmosphere. It makes the environment nice and calm instead of going in with the yeah. You know, it's just something about the calmness of it all. And this can actually stop negativity from spreading. Yeah. So here are some tips. Number one, why don't you be the first one to speak hope? You can be the first one to speak hope, even though it might be a meeting and everyone has something negative to say. You be the first one to speak hope. Speak hope. Two, practice your walk with intentional positivity. There's some times when we walk and we slouch and we think about our day that is, you think or may think that is not going too well. But I want you to walk with the intention of positivity. I don't know how that will look, but straight back, and walk with that intention. And lastly, right, I want you to use words that set a peaceful, uplifting tone. I know that I tell my boys all the time, watch your words, right? It's not like watch your mouth, but watch your words that you say. You don't want to tease too much. You don't want to say the wrong words where it will strike or hurt someone's feelings. So those are the tips. One positive voice can shift an atmosphere. Secondly, one positive voice can redirect someone's life. We don't know sometimes how people think about themselves. They can be doubtful. There are sometimes people, I'm just going to be real, some people are suicidal. We just never know the words that come out of our mouth, the positivity that comes out of our mouth can redirect that person's life. So this is real talk. And so one thing that I notice with my boys as well as students that I teach, just people that I have around, speak affirmations. That's the first step. Speak affirmations to them. Point out their strengths, point out things that you see and you value in that person. And I know with kids it's much easier than adults, but yeah, just speak affirmations to people. The other thing is notice the strengths and call them out right away. Don't wait like, let me see if he's playing around or she's playing around. No, just call it out right away. And then lastly, be intentional about speaking life daily. Like, be intentional about that, because there are times when, like I said, people have stuff in their head and you just never know what they're thinking. So speak with the intention of speaking life every day. And my last point is one positive voice can be a movement. I think about some of our historical figures from the past and how they had a positive voice. They actually fought with positivity, where like equal rights and all of those things, they fought with positivity. And so with that, I want you to lead with your voice. If you have something to say, and think about it first, why don't you lead with your positive voice, even if you're the only one? Secondly, encourage others to join in that positivity. Just pull that person like, hey, come, we're going to be positive about this. We're going to, have good vibes about this. And last but not least, but most important, model that attitude of positivity. Model the attitude of positivity. A lot of people talk about my facial expressions, and sometimes it's not positive. I'll probably give you a look like with my eyebrow raised, and like, what are you doing? And so that's something that I'm learning. I'm not perfect in everything. And so model the attitude. And for me, I'm going to model and try to model my attitude within my facial expression. And so, one positive voice can bring a change. One positive voice can shift the atmosphere. One positive voice can redirect someone's life. And one positive voice can be a movement. Let's make positivity contagious. Think about that. Let's make it contagious. Thank you so much for tuning in for my lesson. Subscribe to my channel, share it with others, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye now.
You didn't immediately stop and look at me, did you?